As you guys know, or maybe you don't know, following the events of the Grand Peace Online 1-year anniversary, the dev and mod Benir confirmed that the String fruit will be coming to Grand Peace Online. Now, the String fruit, or the Ito Nomi, or otherwise known as Doflamingo's fruit, is a very versatile fruit, and in this video we're basically just going to be going over possibilities of move sets that I think it could have, and how good this fruit will be and everything. But it is pretty insane that this is confirmed to be the next Paramecia to come in Grand Peace Online, because we got 100k players in GPO. Hopefully y'all boys do enjoy this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as well as that bell notification, so you'll get notified whenever your boy uploads a video. I greatly appreciate y'all boys for 50k, and let's get into the video. Okay, so first things first, we already have received 2 public sneaks of Strings moves, and that is Birdcage and the Birdcage's ending. And one thing I do have to say is that Ito Nomi, or String fruit, is probably one of the most versatile and unique fruits in all of One Piece, and it's probably one of the most dangerous fruits, not because of its destructive power, but the many ways you can use it. I'm talking, Doflamingo being able to increase the impact of his kicks, with Athlete's Foot by using the strings, being able to clone himself, heal himself. Like, it's just crazy the amount of stuff you can do. But I want to rule out something. More likely than not, we will not see the awakened movesets in Grand Peace Online. We will most likely see his non-awakened movesets, which makes it a lot easier to actually determine what type of moves we will most likely see come into the game. Now, before we actually get into the potential moves that I think will be in there, there's another thing that I think will be his moveset. So as you guys can see, there is a sneak that Benir sent in Animation Peaks, and it is a clip from a One Piece game. I don't know exactly which One Piece game it is. If you guys do know, let me know in the comments below. But basically, it's Doflamingo using the move Overheat. So I don't know if this means it's going to have it, but the fact that Benir sent that in Animation Peaks, more likely than not, we will see Overheat in the moveset, which means we have Birdcage, Overheat. So those are 2 potential moves, maybe in the String moveset so far that we know of. Okay, now let's get into potential moveset that String or Ito Nomi will have. So obviously we've got pretty much 2 moves figured out, and that kind of leaves it kind of easy for us to figure out the rest. Now, the first move that I think it could potentially have, and this is an easy addition for them to add to the game, is Bullet String. This is a move we see Doflamingo use on Law, and he basically turns his strings into projectile bullets and just flings them at him. Now, this could be an easy move to add to the game because it's very similar to another move we already have in the game, like Fireflies. And so I feel like this could be a very simple and quick move they could add, and it seems like it could be a decent move, kind of like Fireflies. So I feel like it would probably have the same kind of mechanics as Fireflies, but hopefully it would come out a little quicker, or maybe be better or stronger than Fireflies. But that's one of the first moves I think that would be a perfect fit. Now, honestly, it is quite hard to narrow down and decide which moves would be a perfect fit for the kit in Grand Peace Online, just because of how versatile and just how many moves Doflamingo has and have used in the anime. But another good addition I think would be in the game would be Athlete's Foot. You guys can see here he's using it on Luffy, and basically he uses his strings to strengthen the impact of his kick. I think this could be an easy move because it kind of sounds like, or looks like, it would be similar to Collier, in which case I would think this would also be a guard break. If not, I don't feel like it'd be all that good, but I feel like it should be a guard break if they did add this move in the game, although I do feel like it should be more damage than Collier. That would be honestly kind of interesting to see melee type moves in a Devil Fruit, but the thing is, the way Doflamingo uses his fruit, it's so versatile and unique in the ways he uses it. He implements his own legs and stuff into his fighting style, so it's almost kind of like Blackleg in the fruit. So I honestly think these 2 moves so far already are an interesting addition to what could be the moveset in Grand Peace Online so far. Now, other potential moves I could see making it into the game is Pentachromatic Strings, and this is pretty much just like a slash of sharpened strings, and it cuts the foe. This could kind of be similar to Desert Cutlass in the sense that it's just a quick slice, and I feel like this could be a guard break, but it should have a little bit of startup to it, in my opinion, to balance it out. One of the reasons that made Desert Cutlass on balance was because of how fast it started up. You could literally do up tilt into, you know, Desert Cutlass, although that might make the Pentachromatic Strings bad. Now moving on to the next move that I think could be added to Grand Peace Online. This one I feel like would be a little more tricky, although at the same time may not be. Fall Bright. Now basically what Fall Bright is he just sharpens, you know, his strings and he just stabs his foe. I feel like this could be similar to something like Trident Impale, but the only issue is he's using it long ranged. So I feel like if they had to find a way to balance it out, maybe make it short range and I guess hard to aim, not really like maneuverable. So it would have to probably be like in a straight line or something like that. I'm not really too sure how they could balance that out, but the fact that he used it long range means it's gonna be like kind of like a long ranged impale, like kind of like Trident Impale a little bit. That kind of does sound really broken on paper, but I feel like I could also see this move being added to, you know, Grand Peace Online Strings moveset. Now it does make it a little difficult to kind of theorize and think about what could be added to Grand Peace Online because of how Doflamingo uses his fruit. He uses it in such a unique way that I feel like some of the moves may even be difficult to add to Grand Peace Online or impossible to add to Grand Peace Online. One example of this is the clones. Now we do have the shadow clones with the dagger now, but I don't know how they will actually make the clones like how he has them. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I feel like it might be difficult, and it's almost like a shadow clone type thing. Another thing I feel like could be difficult to do is the regenerative properties of him. Not that it could be difficult to use, but I just don't think they'll go that route. I don't know if they want to have another fruit that could heal other than Tori Tori Nomi. And it's not like, you know, Doflamingo can heal himself like Tori Tori Nomi can, but he definitely does in the show speed up his regenerative you know, properties. Another moveset I'm actually interested to see if they'll add is Spiderweb. Now Spiderweb has similar properties to Barrier Wall, which I feel like will cause them not to add this type of, you know, moveset. And if they did add this moveset, I wonder what it all could block. Now as we know, Barrier Wall doesn't block every move in the game. It only blocks certain moves in the game. You know, some of the moves that goes through it being Gora. I wonder if they did add Spiderweb to, you know, String when it comes out in the game, if it would have the same type of properties or if it would block everything. That's also an interesting theory to think about, boys. Now, as for what the ultimate could be, it really could be anything. Now, I think it could be a few things. I know I said earlier that more likely than not, we won't get Awakened Fruit abilities, but I feel like it'd be a little bit difficult to determine what could be Doflamingo's ult if they didn't. I mean, unless they use like Overheat or Birdcage as his ult, but I don't think that would make much sense. I think it would make much more sense if they had, you know, Doflamingo's ability to control people as the ult, or this ability right here. I don't remember the name of this ability right here, but you guys can see he used it against Luffy Gear 4th in their final battle, and this is an awakened ability. So this is kind of what makes me think that they won't end up adding this, but you know, it is a possibility nonetheless. But, and you know, his ult is definitely something that we got to figure out. I'm not really too sure what else they could do with his ult other than those two things, unless they just came up with something on their own, which I don't think they would do because they tend to want to, you know, maintain to the canon of the anime. But you know, let me know what you guys think of what it could be the moveset so far. Out of everything I've said, what do you guys think about, you know, the movesets it could be? And also let's talk about how unique it'll be in Grand Peace Online and how good of an addition it'll be. Now, honestly, I don't know what else to talk about as far as the moveset goes, but one thing I'm actually really excited for is how unique of a fruit String will actually be. I'm also excited for Mochi. Like, these two fruits I'm like really excited for to add in the game, to be honest with you. Hopefully you guys are excited for them too, and let me know what you guys think as far as the movesets, what could be added, you know, as far as, you know, String fruit. Let me know what else you guys think that I missed out on. Like, as far as, like, you know, Fruit Awakenings go, it just doesn't seem very likely that they will add Fruit Awakening abilities. But one thing that I noticed that was really hard to kind of determine was how else they would, like, you know, make the ultimate. Like, I don't know what else other move they could really use for the ultimate for String, other than, you know, maybe, you know, the ability just to control others. It's really honestly kind of confusing because the many ways he can use and the many different abilities he has with String, it kind of makes it difficult to, you know, kind of makes it a little bit difficult to determine a, you know, complete move set for him. But let me know in the comments if you guys made it even this far in the video, what you guys would like to see, you know, as far as the move set for, you know, the string fruit. Honestly, I think the moves that, you know, I showcased would honestly be a pretty good addition to his kit in Grand Peace Online. Like, it's a well put together kit, and it's a nice mixture of, you know, both like normal devil fruit abilities and kind of like fighting style melee type of devil fruit abilities. Because like I said earlier, the way he uses his devil fruit is actually kind of insane. Like, I think he's like the one devil fruit user that actually like kind of like fights like that, and it's almost like he has his own fighting style built in his devil fruit, which kind of would make it an interesting thing. Because if he had a move like Athlete's Foot in Grand Peace Online, that's like literally having a built-in Collier. So imagine that like with actual Collier, like that. I can already just think of like the combo potential. That, you know, that would be insane, bro. Like basically having 2 Colliers in your kit, bro. Like that would honestly be insane, bro. That's honestly what makes me think that Athlete's Foot won't get at it anymore. But one thing I would like to see is some utility type moves. Like I remember Sakage in his video, he was talking about utility. And by the way, for those of you guys that think I am copying Sakage, I'm not. We both came up with the idea at the same time. I just happened to get to mine a little later. He also knows that I am doing this as well. So before you guys get in the comments talking about some copying Sakage, I'm not. Trust me, I'm not. I'm not trying to copy my boy Sakage. It's not even like that. But I'm just interested to see how they really take this fruit in Grand Peace Online. You know, there's a lot of things they can go about it as far as adding the string fruit. I'm just curious to see what they actually add. Hopefully y'all boys did enjoy this video though. I had a fun time chatting to y'all about, you know, the theories of the string fruit and what could potentially get added. Let me know in the comments what you guys think should be added or how it should be. Hopefully it's at least good for grinding, boys. And I'll see y'all in the next one, boys. Peace.